Welcome in, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Emmanuel Haro. Today they actually have court, but everybody is kind of on standby waiting for court proceedings to start. So we're gonna be going over some things. They just uploaded some paperwork that I'm gonna go through. Shout out to everybody in the building and everybody on the replay. Thank y'all so much for being here. We got a few things to go over. Let's get started. Please smack that thumbs up as you come into the building and also drop down in the chat and let me know who's here.
Still no sign this morning of Emmanuel Haro. The search for the missing baby continues as his mother maintains her innocence behind bars.
Mario Ramirez is live in Riverside now, where Emmanuel's parents could make their first court appearance as early as today, Mario.
Jen, Bob, good morning. That's right. We're just outside the courthouse. Emmanuel Haro, at this point in the investigation, authorities are presuming that the 7-month-old is dead. His parents have been named suspects in the case, and they're expected to appear here at this courthouse as early as this afternoon once the DA's office files charges. And while investigators say a kidnapping never happened, as it was initially reported, Emmanuel's mother, Rebecca Haro, is speaking out from jail. She spoke with the Southern California News Group, insisting her child was kidnapped, saying, quote, "I want to be out looking for my baby," end quote. She also spoke about her husband from behind bars, saying he's a good dad and he would never hurt a baby. Now, that jailhouse interview on Sunday, the same day Jake Haro was seen in an orange jumpsuit, cuffed with San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies searching for Emmanuel's remains near the 60 freeway in Moreno Valley. The body wasn't found, but detectives believe the baby, unfortunately, is dead. Rebecca and Jake Haro arrested at their Cabazon home Friday of last week on suspicion of murder. The story starts August 14th when Rebecca reported her 7-month-old was kidnapped after she was attacked outside a Yucaipa store. Days later, investigators claimed she, along with Emmanuel's father, Jake, had stopped cooperating, adding that there were inconsistencies in their stories. Emmanuel's disappearance leading to an all-out hunt and search for several areas in Yucaipa and Cabazon, including the couple's home. With the latest search efforts in Moreno Valley, both are now facing 1 count of felony murder with malice, according to Riverside County jail records this morning. And once those charges are officially filed, the two are expected to appear in court again as early as this afternoon. Right now, they're being held behind bars without bail as the search continues for 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro.
And a lot of people was wondering, does she have any idea that Jake was on the freeway turning her in, confessing, or at least telling where the body was, or maybe saying what she may have told him? Is really no telling what's going on with that. Shout out to Bronze. Welcome in. Thank you for coming through. So this paperwork, let's go through her old pictures right quick, because I mentioned this in the last live stream. They said that she was a pretty woman at some point, and this must have been before she met Jake. And this looked really young, with the braces. She could have possibly even been in high school. I don't know. But she totally looks different. Definitely look totally different than what she used to. Okay, and so I see that a lot of people are hanging out at the courthouse, waiting for things to start. I heard that it's supposed to start around 1:30 California time, Pacific Standard Time, I should say. So what do y'all think about her pictures? That's definitely her. You can tell that is her. And also, I have mentioned, BFF, a huge difference. I have mentioned her mother and also her brother in the last live stream because, her brother allegedly, not allegedly, he unalived his girlfriend or wife. I think they wasn't married, but I'm not 100% sure. And he faked her death, or faked it like she did it to herself. And I also mentioned the mother. So this is what the mother had to say about the incident, right? This is Mary. This is the mother of Rebecca's brother. This is his ex-girlfriend who was found, I guess, unalived in a tub with one to the head, is what I'm hearing. I haven't found that official report. I don't have it, but that is what's being said. And then also I found out she lost a grandson. I even mentioned that the mother said we just lost a grandson. She was talking about the funeral that they just had. I had put this up. Wait, no, that's not it. But okay, so we gonna go over that, and also this is something that they put out in front of the courthouse. Some balloons with Emmanuel's name on it, and also a motorcycle club came out to show their respects. Um, it's a lot of people wanting justice for Emmanuel. Miss V, they found a 12-year-old boy who was missing in my city, unalive today. He'd been missing for 4 weeks. He had autism. Wow, I hadn't even heard about that story. I'm happy that they found him. That is so sad. 4 weeks missing. How old was he, Bronze? I had not heard about that. And Bronze is in New Orleans. But yeah, so everybody is seeking justice for little Emmanuel, and this is the mother and the brother who unalived somebody. So now she has 2 kids locked up for unaliving someone or being accused of it or missing child or whatever. But he got 50 years. So here she is.
I'm Mary Boyshausen. I'm the mother of Rebecca's mom. Jake is, Emmanuel is my grandson.
The little boy from Yucaipa.
From Yucaipa is my grandson. Please help us find him. If you have him, please return him. We don't want nothing. We will not do anything. We just leave the baby somewhere where we can find him, somewhere that is safe for him. Please, I'm begging you to please just do the right thing for this baby. He's only a little baby. He doesn't know nothing, okay? He can't talk. He can't just say nothing, okay? So please just return the baby, please.
Emmanuel
Haro, yes.
7 months old.
7 months old.
About 20 pounds.
20 pounds, yes.
Wearing a black Nike onesie.
Onesie, yes.
His mother?
She's not doing good, she's heartbroken,
She was injured.
Yes, she was injured. She was knocked out.
There's no video?
No video. Store doesn't have video.
Do we know exactly where it happened? Exactly.
It's right here. The truck was parked here.
Here in this.
Right here in this parking space. The truck was parked here. And she got out of the truck to change the baby. And when she got out, she was trying to get the diapers, the bag, to change the baby because he had pooped before she went into the store.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that all of a sudden, they just say, hola, and, they hit her and knocked her out. And she said, all I saw was white. She says, when I came to, she started running into the store and asking if anybody had seen the baby. And they said no, so she ran all around the store looking for the baby or for somebody, and called 911. That's all I can tell you.
Do we know how long she was unconscious, or was she unconscious?
She was unconscious. No.
Is there any witnesses that we know of?
No witness, no.
Any leads at all? The police? Nothing?
They don't tell us nothing. That's the worst thing, that they don't tell us nothing.
I'm so sorry for...
Keep your eyes open for this baby, please, just... we just lost a grandson. We just buried a grandson last Tuesday, but we can't go through this again. Please, just bring us the baby. Just tell us where he's at, just leave him somewhere safe, please.
We're going to do our best to help
We
you.
can't go through this again. Just I'm Mary Boyshausen. I'm the mother.
Yeah, so I'm like, who is the person that was just unalived? I mean, I have no idea who this grandson is that she's talking about, but this is the son of this is Jake's brother, Hector, who was unalived in his apartment. So in their house. So we got 2 sides to all of this. Right? And so that is the oddest thing. And then these documents I just ran across right before I hit the live. They were just posted. So I'm going to read these. Let's see what we looking at here. This, whatever it is something from today filed. And again, welcome in everybody. Y'all please smack the thumbs up and make yourself at home by hitting the subscribe button and making us your home. We are happy to have y'all in here. We cover crime and politics over here, mostly crime. Let me go to I don't think that's the first one. See the file date. Okay, so this says cash bond. What is that? $1 million? Okay, so Superior Court of California. It says Jake Haro, Rebecca Renee Haro. Date of birth Jake 2/11/1993. So their birthdays is in the same month. His is 2/11/93 and hers is 2/3/84. And it says the undersigned penalty, the undersigned under penalty of perjury upon information and belief declares that the above defendant Jake Haro and Rebecca Haro committed a violation of penalty code 187 subdivision of felony in on or about August 5th, really, 2025 through and including August 14th. So they must have a date like the 5th. Are they thinking that's when it happened? Including August 14th, 2025 in the county of Riverside, state of California. The defendant did willfully and unlawfully unalive baby Doe, a human being. I wonder why they calling him baby Doe. Wait. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let's go to the other sheet. Is that the one? Y'all see count 2? I can barely see it. Let me pull up my other device. Please smack that thumbs up while I take time to see what y'all can see over here. Okay. And y'all probably already read it by now, but it says the above named defendant Jake Haro and Rebecca committed a violation of penal code. You see that, a misdemeanor in that on or about August 14th in the county of Riverside, state of California. The defendant did willfully and unlawfully report to a police officer, deputy sheriff, and members of the California Highway Patrol that a felony and misdemeanor had been committed, knowing that report to be false. Okay. So that's false reporting when they know dang on well they unalive that baby. So pursuant to section 1109, the evidence code, evidence of the defendant commission of other acts and domestic violence violence may be admissible at trial in a criminal act in which the defendant is or accused of an offense involving domestic violence. The people hereby notice of the people's intent to admit evidence to prior act of domestic violence pursuant to Evidence Code Section 1109. These incidents include the prior incident described in the police report, chronological order or chronological reports and or tapes already provided, and other alleged incidents of abuse which will be provided as they are obtained by the prosecutor. Information obtained or information contained in the reports being distributed as discovery in the case may contain confidential information protected by Marcy's law and the amendments of the California Constitution, Article 1, Section 28. Any victim in any above referenced charges is entitled to be free from intimidation, harassment, and ABU. It may be unlawful for defendants, defense counsel, and any other person acting on behalf of the defendants to use any information contained in the report to locate or harass any victims or the victim's family, or to disclose any information that is otherwise privileged and confidential by law. Okay, and then y'all see it says discovery report. It says the penal codes and all of that. And Let's see. Then it also says, I declare under penalty of perjury upon information and belief under the codes of the state of California, the foregoing is true and correct. Dated for the day, and you see the names on that. So, what is that about? The family has deep secrets. Okay, yet another family. Oh, he was 12. Yet another family that is full of secrets and hell. Shout out to my member. Welcome in, Charlene. And shout out to everybody here and everybody in the bushes. Thank y'all for tuning in. I swear some women need not to be born. Okay? Exactly. And she is one of them. Watchers, please drop down and say hello. Yeah. Just hit the thumbs up too. And thank y'all so much for tuning in. We definitely appreciate y'all. Okay, so let me see what else do I have. Let's look at this right quick.
Robert Presley Hall of Justice. Today is Ahmed Belloso. We're here in the beautiful city of Riverside, California, here at the Robert Presley Hall of Justice. Today is August 26th, court day. Line it up. Everybody's going to court, homie, especially Jake and Rebecca Haro, who allegedly, hola, has entered the chat. Now they're going to go and say hola to the judge. It was, for this morning, it was pushed back, from what I understand, to 11 a.m.
Oh.
And now we're hearing inside sources saying that quite possibly 1 p.m. today. And so here in Riverside, California, new developments. We did upload the video from the Waterman Discount Mall. Shout out to the foods from San Bernardino. You see the Hudas in there taking the hard drive, taking the videos, taking everything. They were in direct communication with the owner of the facility. And so shout out to my constituents who have once and again put yourselves out there and trusting me, making the dots, connecting everybody, homie. This is what social media was intended for. Not this, homie. On the tira, here for little Emmanuel, I am the representation of the boy on the tira. Ahmed Belloso, he's right here, homie. And so we're all going to find justice here today at 1 o'clock, home. Spence on the tira. Stay tuned, home. Not back to you, Cubo. And just look at all these amazing people here who have showed up for Emmanuel. We are all here for you. The community loves you. The local media outlets are here. Shout out to the homie. Shh. Not guilty. Irme. And so we are in Riverside here. Hola. ¿Qué pasó? Aquí estamos. Hey, I thought you were the food from Foot Locker.
No, I was looking. I have you on Instagram.
No, they
I
need you
was
to stick
watching.
your
I
thumb.
was watching.
So shout out to On the Tier. Hold on.
Oh God.
Hold on. What are we listening to here?
Hey, this is the realest it can get.
Hold on, y'all.
I'll tell y'all.
Ahmed Belloso, we're here.
Okay, so shout out to him. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to On the Tier. And he is out there, boots on the ground, or
My brother, I love you.
as he says,
I love you, boy. There's a lot of people love you.
Wait a dang.
We're in the beautiful.
As he says, K Swiss on the ground. He said he do not wear boots. But
To my God, bro.
okay.
Hey, I love you to your God, bro. I did.
Something is happening.
Ooh. Hey, you want to see real?
Let's do this. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that and why it keeps doing that. I'm not sure who's calling me and stuff either right now. Oh, so while we're over here, he had made a comment about TMZ. I guess TMZ talked about him bad. Let me just read what he says. They shared a video that he. Hold on, Let me just pull it up. This is when the police were out there searching, and he just assumed that they had found Emmanuel because they had Jake out there and stuff. But they didn't. We know now that he wasn't found. And so I guess TMZ has said something bad about him, but then they ended up sharing his clip and he wasn't feeling it. So what he said was, TMZ, first you want to hit me with a season that says to take me out. And now you want to use my content for your own purposes. Now, let's talk about that. How about we talk about that? How about we talk about it and bring me on the show unless you are ashamed, right? So he said, I have already retracted my statement, but TMZ chose to use my clip of my mistake to bash me, calling me an amateur journalist and accusing me of fake reporting. I made a video correcting myself, yet they ignored it and only highlighted my mistake to tear me down. And I just happened to run across that when I was looking on his page. But let me pull up the video. I don't want to show all this side stuff because YouTube don't like it. But also what I'm showing y'all is pictures of Emmanuel. And all of these pictures are supposed to be this baby, except for Promise Faith at the bottom where the red arrow is pointing. I circled both of his fists to show, you can see a difference. The babies look totally different. The one right here next to the picture that they've been showing us, the blue with the blue Nike shirt or whatnot, it looks like, really, to be honest, they all look like different babies, man. So I just wanted to put that on there because I had ran across that other picture and I did this one yesterday. I mean, you can clearly tell. So did they not take this baby to the hospital or anything? Like, how did they get away with this? Because clearly he changed. And I am curious to know when exactly was the last time anybody seen this baby. This baby was not at the funeral that they just had that we heard the grandmother speaking of. This is the video that they shared.
Ahmed Belloso here where they have now found little Emmanuel. You can see his little remains have been tossed over to the side.
Oh, wait, what did they say? I missed it. Haro and the cops conduct their search for hours in the afternoon, and while it ended unsuccessfully, there was a brief moment of hope fueled by a false report. Oh, TMZ hit me with a cease and desist at the same time as Fox News and Faux Connor in 2024, causing my original page, Faux News Network, to get taken down. Now they want to use my use my video without permission. Oh, wow. Whoa. Dang. Let me not get mixed up in this mess they got going on. Like, what? What do y'all think about that? Ola has entered the chat. Is he high because he's funny? No, he said that he used to be addicted to opioids or something back in the day. He spent 23 years in prison and now he has cancer and he just really want to do right. He want to put good into the world and he's been going really hard for Emmanuel. And he even said that the people that were at the funeral that they had where the grandmother said that she had just lost a grandson, because I was trying to figure out who just passed. He said that everybody there looked like they was on something. And he said, well, shoot, everybody look at me and think I'm on something, but he's sick. But I can appreciate the guy being out there, boots on the ground. I mean, K-Swiss on the ground. He passed out and everything. He had just had chemo that same day. So I appreciate him. And then this is some other pictures that I have ran across. This one right here, well, the two at the top, and I showed these on my live stream yesterday. So, man, Charlene said, rest easy, baby boy. We love you. We definitely want justice for this baby. He did not deserve this. And I mean, he did say too that the grandmother hadn't seen this baby at all. And this is the grandmother that was speaking. And when he was answering some of the questions, I think she was just saying, yeah. I'm gonna play that again, and then I'm gonna play another video that I have of some people that work at the business right there. There's a business right next door, I think, or at least a couple doors down from where she was parking at. I'm gonna play that after this one.
I'm Mary Boyshausen. I'm the mother of Rebecca's mom. Jake is, Emmanuel is my grandson.
The little boy from Yucaipa.
From Yucaipa is my grandson.
And she said, I'm the mother of Rebecca's mom. But then she turned around and said that the baby was her grandchild. And for the people that didn't see that, this is Rebecca in her heyday. This is Jake running until that with chains up his ass. Okay, that is what he had going on. I don't know what happened. Did he send him on a wild goose chase? You know, and the fact that people that was watching said that he was just standing there. They ain't see him pointing or nothing. And I mean, they was just standing there like they may have suspected that the baby was thrown off of something. And okay, let me play.
I'm Mary Boyshausen. I'm the mother of Rebecca's mom. Jake is, Emmanuel is my grandson.
The little boy from Yucaipa.
From Yucaipa is my grandson. Please help us find him. You know, if you have him, please return him. We don't want nothing. We will not do anything. We just leave the baby somewhere where we can find him, somewhere that is safe for him. Please, I'm begging you to please just do the right thing for this baby. He's only a little baby. He doesn't know nothing, okay? He can't talk. He can't just say nothing, okay? So please just return the baby, please.
Emmanuel
Haro, yes.
7 months old.
7 months old.
About 20 pounds.
20 pounds, yes.
Wearing a black Nike onesie.
Onesie, yes.
His mother?
She's not doing good, you know. She's heartbroken, you know.
She was injured?
Yes, she was injured. She was knocked out.
There's no video?
No video. The store doesn't have video.
Do we know exactly where it happened? Exactly.
It's right here. The truck was parked here.
Here in this?
Right here in this parking space. The truck was parked here. And she got out of the truck to change the baby. And when she got out, she was trying to get the diapers, the bag, you know, to change the baby because he had pooped before she went into the store. Mm-hmm. And she said that all of a sudden, you know, they just say, hola, and, you know, they hit her and knocked her out. And she said, all I saw was white. She says, when I came to, you know, she started running into the store and asking if anybody had seen the baby. And they said no, so she ran all around the store looking for the baby or for somebody, you know, and called 911. That's all I can tell you.
Do we know how long she was unconscious, or was she unconscious?
She was unconscious. No.
Is there any witnesses that we know of?
No witness, no.
Any leads at all? The police? Nothing?
They don't tell us nothing. That's the worst thing, you know, that they don't tell us nothing.
I'm so sorry for...
Keep your eyes open for this baby, please, just... No, we just lost a grandson. We just buried a grandson last Tuesday, but we can't go through this again. Please, just bring us the baby. Just tell us where he's at, you know, just leave him somewhere safe, please.
We're gonna do our best to help you.
Can't go through this again. I'm Mary Boyshausen. I'm the...
So whose child was that was just lost? How old was the person? She said a grandson. Rebecca's mom. Welcome in, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel. And let me know what y'all think about what y'all hearing here. So now I'm going to play the video. There were a couple ladies that worked next door, and this is what they had to say right after this commercial. Join Sleuth Nation membership and become a sleuth for special members emojis, special badges by your name, and sneak peek videos. Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please.
So you guys work here at the Bada. Is there cameras anywhere on this property facing?
So we do have a couple, but they only capture like literally where that white truck is at right now.
That white truck is exactly where the incident happened.
But no, she was saying that it was a little bit more over there.
Do you have that footage still?
Can
Can we get it?
Kind of, but not really.
Can we get whatever you have?
Yeah, I could send it into you. If
Cool.
I need to, yeah.
Breaking news. We're going to get footage of the angle here, and I'm going to show you guys. We can see in this direction. She says it films towards the truck and the vehicle where the Ola wielding man came in, and booyah, was right in between that gray car and that white truck. So if it is facing that direction, then these lovely ladies here will provide us further information, right?
Yes.
So you guys.
Okay, and so this is somebody was recording footage. A private investigator, I believe, he was recording this footage, just kind of checking in when they were doing the searches, looking in the garbage, separating paper from other things on his cell phone, whatever he had going on. But that is that, and then, like I said, somebody had posted this, and the paperwork that I was just reading, it was actually posted by Nancy Liu. She's a I forgot what News Nation. She's from News Nation. So the paperwork, let me pull that up. Well, let me go to that since I have the balloons showing. With the balloons, she said about 3 hours ago, posted this: balloons honoring baby Emmanuel outside the courthouse where his parents have hearings this afternoon. Records indicate both face murder charges with malice. Expecting much more information soon in the criminal complaint. And she also, when she posted the paperwork, she said, let me pull that back up for the people that probably didn't see it, at least this page. So she posted the latest felony complaint just released in the Haro case. The defendants did willfully and unlawfully unalive baby Doe, a human being. Let's see.
Downtown Riverside. This is the Riverside Hall of Justice. So we have some breaking news. Jake and Rebecca Haro officially charged with murder and also filing a false police report. They are set to be in this courthouse here behind me. I'm in downtown Riverside. This is the Riverside Hall of Justice. I'm heading inside. We'll keep you updated throughout the day.
Okay, so that is what that paperwork is about. They are officially charged. And this was just released. So shout out to the news people that is out there. That was just Court TV reporting. Okay, and then the person that posted the pictures of Rebecca, let me pull that up. They said Rebecca is a monster, but let's take a minute to look at her old photos. This is what domestic violence and God knows what else does to one's body. Somebody says, someone showed me just one picture where Emmanuel appears to be intact with the world around him. In every pic, now let me pull up his picture. I just don't see how everybody was able to ignore this. And it's just so bizarre that people, her ex-husband saying he didn't even know she had another child or remarried and all of this. But yeah, so the pictures that they have is a little bit. Y'all been seeing these pictures though, but they said someone showed me one picture where Emmanuel appears to be intact with the world around him. In every pic, he appears zoned out. That's not just a lazy eye. Absolutely not. And then this one I had, wait, did I put it in here by itself? Let's see. Oh, this one. And I had mentioned this, but I don't think I read all of it, but it says warning, sensitive conversation during a live broadcast. An active detective made a shocking statement publicly about a photo of Emmanuel is not alive or post-mortem. It was a very strong statement to make without further proof. But what do y'all think? Let me know what y'all think. Which would be the metadata of the date and time that this photo was taken? Something that is done during an investigation. A photo alone is not going to prove. I felt this was very unprofessional of him to say, and rather aggressively. Maybe you are desensitized, but the 2K during your life are not. But the 2K during your live stream, I guess, are not. We must stick to the facts, to all evidence reporting. I have no idea. I mean, it does look, all of them look bad though, but it do look like some discoloration to me in that photo. But I mean, it all depends on their lighting and all that. So, promise faith, beautiful baby girl, for continued growth. BFF is laughing correctly. We appreciate Ahmed. Yes, we definitely appreciate Ahmed. I bet he suffered his entire life, just like the 10-week-old little baby. Yep, none of his pics, he looks normal, period. Wow, man. How long was this baby in this state, I wonder? I have grandkids that age. I would have lost it. Right. Oh my God. This is awful, man. Something is clearly wrong with the baby. What did she do to him? Oh my heart. Good question, Sally. We all want to know. I mean, but how could they just sit there and let this baby suffer? With that being said, I mean, it's a possibility he could have just passed from all the past trauma that he had going on. But then again, they said they found blood, so scratch that. Well, unless it was old. They didn't say if it was dripping or if it was, saturated, if it was from, his brother passed in the house too. I wonder, was it any bloodshed then? Shout out to D Froggies in the building. So, I don't know why autocorrect changed your name. I cannot stand autocorrect sometimes. That's messed up on so many levels. Yes. Welcome in, Nikki. Hi, this is heartbreaking. How you doing, Francisco? It hurts to watch. It is painful, man. I just cannot believe that these people could be so cold-hearted. But see what happens when you have a killer mentality and you get away with stuff, you become invincible. You become above the law. And they really believe that. And then they think everybody is stupid except for them. Hold on, I just came across something else. No, I think I read that one. Let's see. Oh, maybe. Let's see what this guy is saying.
Or it could be that yet been filed could be a result of the fact that the authorities aren't sure which county is the proper place to file, or it could be that they're still working up the case. They have suspicions, but do they have enough evidence to really support criminal charges?
County District Attorney's Office tells me they received the case from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department today, and they are reviewing it to decide whether to file charges. Any charges must be filed by tomorrow morning.
I don't even know why they was playing with that.
Like the DA has enough to file by tomorrow.
Steve,
they could be right, but they probably don't have enough yet.
He says that.
I don't know why they was even talking about that, because they ain't going nowhere. But I guess it was some type of scare yesterday. They thinking they didn't have enough. Let's see. Dang, I should have found the it's a lot of people lined up out there. I see it says, in other news, Jake and Rebecca are being arraigned this morning. And this is the line outside the court. Okay, so it's a lot of people. And I wish, well, it will be televised. Let me see what y'all saying. Right, that family is very strange and a lot of unalivings. Yeah, I mean, yeah, how did this nephew pass away? Or grandson, she said, and whose child is it? I mean, it's one of her kids, but wait, could it be the son? Could it be the brother who's in prison? Do anybody know how many siblings Rebecca is said to have? Could it be his child? I just don't know how many kids his mother had. I mean, I'm just finding out about the mother too. So let me look around. Let me see if we got some updated information. But from what I can see, y'all, everybody is kind of waiting around to see what's gonna happen. Even the news reporters, they said that the police are being very tight-lipped. I see an article that Los Angeles Times just released, and of course they got that pop-up. They want you to pay. I'm not willing to pay for this. So that is the latest article, but let me see what I can get. Emmanuel Haro's dad joining a search. Okay, we know about that. Everybody calls at the wrong time. Is this from today? Is the yep? This is oh shoot, that's the same one. They ain't got nothing. Let me go here. Let me see what on the tier. It's a few things we could play that's older. Give me a second, y'all. I'm not sure what he's talking about here. Listen.
We were waiting for his arrival from out of town on business. Thank you for meeting us. Yes, Ahmed.
Well, this is August 3rd. Hand sanitizer and kind of just did one of those numbers.
Oh, no, he ain't talking about Emmanuel here. Hold on, y'all.
I don't know if we can get any kind of search team.
Oh, okay. So here's a video like when he was trying to get information from the search team. This is something that I have seen, and like I knew when he ended that the baby wasn't found, and everybody kind of just jumped to that conclusion. Oh, okay. I still got it up. Y'all can hear it, I guess. I think. Wait. Oh my God. Let's see what these people is talking about. Girl, you talking? Let me stop sharing because I'm not sure which screen I got up. Share it again. And these are really short. I think something happened to his main channel. Besides what I had just read. Oh, I got everything over the screen right now. This is when they were coming down and they just walked right on by.
They have now. I don't know if we can get any kind of search team, but you can see them there coming in on the theater, homie.
I just want to say definitely check him out on the tier. It's spelled like TIRA. He said it means like tier blocks in prison or whatever. And He's that on all social media platforms.
Is there a supervisor that we can get an official statement from the San Bernardino County Search and Rescue, please? Is there a supervisor we could get an official statement, a PIO, officially asking? Officially? Is there an official, somebody in charge that we could talk to that might be willing to give us a statement, ma'am? Okay, sir, any statements? No statements right now. Okay, thank you. And so the shout out to that officer. He's the one who helped us there when I passed out. I don't know. This crime scene has been here for hours. We got here late to the party. So, sir, any statements? No statements right now. Okay, thank you. And so the shout out to that officer. He's the one.
So this is the one that I do believe after he got off of his live stream here, he went live again somewhere else because the guy kind of like told him, like, did anybody tell you that? Did you know that he was found?
Who helped us there when I passed out. I don't know. This crime scene has been here for hours. We got here late to the party. So I couldn't tell you if they found the body or not. Jake was here earlier. I don't know if that fool was just trying to get out of his jailhouse. Maybe he watched a lot of true crime and he just...
See, so in the beginning, he was saying that he was found, but then before he got off, he said that he didn't know.
Just kind of messing with the investigators to try to get out of his prison cell.
Right, and that's what a lot of people is saying. Like, I mean, how did they go there and come out empty-handed? Was he playing a game with them or what? On the tier, great local. Yes, he is. I definitely appreciate the guy, especially, wow, having chemo that same day and he passed out like that. This world is full of dirt bags that ABU, poor innocent babies. Exactly, Doug. Absolutely. I'm heartbroken by this. All too many babies are taken by families and some adults thinking their actions are okay. And then, I mean, but you know, what's wrong with the court system not doing anything about it? How did they spend one day in prison or jail? How did they get 6 months with a suspended sentence? I'm so confused. And then you turn around and do it again. So in September, he already had another court date coming up, right? For violation, being caught with a weapon. So people like this, they don't take it seriously. I want to see if I can find the second funeral. I remember him, the GoFundMe that was posted for his brother. Let's see. And it just read the second funeral. Let's see if I can find it right quick. Hector. Their name should be Haro instead of Haro. So this says, fundraiser for Rachel Cosentino by Jake Haro. And then it says the second Hector's funeral. So they had 2 funerals for Hector. And it absolutely do look like this is him and his brother on here, but because they look like older pictures. But I don't know, because these pictures are older than them. Because the old vehicle behind the scenes, let me screenshot this and y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm sure y'all seen this though, but I hadn't got a chance to read it. So this GoFundMe, it reads the second Hector's funeral. They earned $4,755 with 44 donations. The goal was $25K, and it says support Hector's children in their time of loss. Jake is the organizer of it on the behalf of Rachel, and I wonder if they ever got a dime out of it. And it says, if you knew my sweet son, you know this world lost a sweet soul. Let me pull his picture up while we talking about him. Okay, you know this world lost a sweet soul. He's in heaven with his dad. Okay, so their father is already passed. And I did hear the stepfather say that when somebody went to the door. He was like, oh, his father's dead. I think he just said it that cold too. But he's in heaven with his dad. Our hearts are broken, but hope lives on in his beautiful children. Hope lives on in his beautiful children. So he did have children. Okay. So may our precious Lord guide and protect them for the rest of their days. Thank you, God, for giving me the privilege to raise and love my son the last 30 years. Thank you, Lulu, for loving my son. And then there was an update. May 10th, 2021. And this was Jake, who did it. He said, let's be clear about something. We all should always remember. We had a moment with my brother Hector at least once. And if you haven't met him, his presence will stick with you. I want to thank everyone who showed love in any way for helping bury my brother. I will update everyone with dates and times of his funeral. That may have been the hardest thing I ever had to reread and message to you all. I'm also sorry for your loss. Again, from our hearts, thank you. And that was written May 10th, 2021. Let's see. So they got pictures of him. I don't want to put them out though because it's kids here. Oh, it says he left 5 beautiful babies behind, a total of 8. 3 of his first step. He was a hard worker and provided for his family. I hope you're dancing in heaven. Rest in paradise, Cuzzo. All of our memories is just flashing through my head. This hit hard, just like Matt. Who is Matt? My heart aches. I can't breathe. I love you, Hector. You'll now be with your dad and Matt. Who is Matt? Oh my God, another family member. This hurts, man. Rest in paradise. Second. Who is Matt? Do y'all know about Matt? This Matt sound like he might be close, like real close. The fact that they put them together like that. How many laws have they had? Somebody else said, love you, cuzzo. This news F me up. Won't ever let go of all the memories with you. We mobbed it every day, everywhere. Long live. Oh, the second. So they must have called him the second because the GoFundMe is titled the second. So, and everybody is saying that. I had no idea what they was talking about. Let's see. Okay, so we got Hector, and Hector passed in 2021. Matt passed before him, and then we just had somebody else pass on Tuesday, according to the mother. So what is really going on here? He had a bunch of kids. Let's see. But how many kids did the mother have? I wonder. How many kids did Jake's mother have? Because I have no way of knowing, if this was his child or not. Let's see if we can get some more information. Nothing there. Y'all, please be sure to connect to my channel and set all notifications so you'll know every time I go live over here. We have a playlist too of Emmanuel. This is part 3. Yeah, so that's it. But I have been hearing that. Oh, see odor updates. Let's see. Oh, I know. That's it. I had heard something about a lot of false claims, workman comps claims and all of this kind of stuff. Oh, shoot. Let me make sure we ain't missing something. Hold on, y'all. See what we can find. Would be ashamed to be sitting here and miss everything, but I'm not seeing.
As prosecutors are still weighing charges against the parents of Emmanuel Haro, this is the missing boy's mother right there on the left-hand side of your screen. She maintains her innocence as she is behind bars. Mario Ramirez with Fox 11 LA has been following this story from the get-go and joins us live over in Riverside. And Mario, a very sad story here. What is the latest?
Yeah, it really is, Josh. Good morning to you. This has gripped the nation's attention since it was reported that 7-month-old baby Emmanuel Haro was missing. His mother initially reporting that he was kidnapped on August 14th out of the Inland Empire, but there were some inconsistencies in her story. According to sheriff's investigators, both parents have been arrested. They're behind bars this morning, and they're set to appear in court here at this Riverside County Courthouse as early as this afternoon, pending charges from the Riverside County District Attorney's Office. Never occurred. Emmanuel's mother, Rebecca Haro, is speaking out from behind bars. She's sticking to her initial story. She spoke with the Southern California News Group, insisting that her child was kidnapped, saying that she wants to be out looking for her baby. Also, speaking about her husband, saying he's a good dad and he wouldn't hurt a baby. Now, that interview from behind bars on the same day, Sunday, Jake Haro was seen pulled from his jail cell out in a remote field, joining investigators in the search off the 60 freeway in Moreno Valley. That's about 10 miles south of where baby Emmanuel was reported missing. San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies arresting the couple on Friday of last week at their home in Cabazon, both booked on suspicion of murder, and again, they're set to appear in court as early as today. Rebecca Haro, the boy's mother, initially telling authorities that infant had been kidnapped August 14th outside a Big Five sporting goods store in Yucaipa. Investigators determining that kidnapping never occurred based on surveillance footage and interviews with the parents. Jake and Rebecca Haro's other son, a 2-year-old, was removed from the family's home by Riverside County Children's Services unharmed, we've learned, but as a precaution as that investigation continued. And prior to the parents being arrested, authorities said they conducted extensive searches in Yucaipa and Cabazon with those latest search efforts off of the 60 freeway.
I definitely hope they find the poor baby, man. I mean, but they put him out there in the element with all the wildlife, and ain't no dang on telling if they gonna find this baby. But one thing for sure, they need to never see the light of day. Neither one of them. How are you still defending this guy? She's all in. I guess she didn't know he was out on the highway. And it seemed like it was all the plan. The reason why they wasn't, what the heck? Hold on, I ain't mean to do this. Give me a second, y'all. Yeah, the reason why she didn't have a lawyer represent her in the first place. Sound like he planned on turning on her. Good for her. They both guilty. I don't know which one of them did it, but they both knew and did nothing to help this baby and then covered it up. Yeah, the probability is very low, unfortunately. Yep. Shout out to 755. How you doing, fam? Shout out to all my beautiful moderators in the building. Francisco, it does. Yeah, this hurts. Man. I'm happy that so many people are talking about it and is concerned, but man, I wonder if they told the truth. Let me move this guy. I wonder if they are telling the truth, period. And then let me.
Charges against the parents of Emmanuel Haro. This is the missing boy's mother right there on the left-hand side of your screen. She maintains her innocence as she is behind bars. Mario Ramirez with Fox 11 LA has been following this story from the get-go and joins us live over in Riverside. And Mario, a very sad story here. What is the latest?
Yeah, it really is, Josh. Good morning to you. This has gripped the nation's attention since it was reported that 7-month-old baby Emmanuel Haro was missing. His mother initially reporting that he was kidnapped on August 14th out of the Inland Empire, but there were some inconsistencies in her story. According to sheriff's investigators, both parents have been arrested. They're behind bars this morning, and they're set to appear in court here at this Riverside County Courthouse as early as this afternoon, pending charges from the Riverside County District Attorney's Office. And while investigators have concluded that a kidnapping never occurred, Emmanuel's mother, Rebecca Haro, is speaking out from behind bars. She's sticking to her initial story. She spoke with the Southern California News Group, insisting that her child was kidnapped, saying that she wants to be out looking for her baby. Also speaking about her husband, saying he's a good dad and he wouldn't hurt a baby. Now, that interview from behind bars on the same day, Sunday, Jake Haro was seen pulled from his jail cell out in a remote field, joining investigators in the search off the 60 freeway in Moreno Valley. That's about 10 miles south of where baby Emmanuel was reported missing. San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies arresting the couple on Friday of last week at their home in Cabazon, both booked on suspicion of murder. And again, they're set to appear in court as early as today. Rebecca Haro, the boy's mother, initially telling authorities that infant had been kidnapped August 14th outside a Big Five sporting goods store in Yucaipa. Investigators determining that kidnapping never occurred based on surveillance footage and interviews with the parents. Jake and Rebecca Haro's other son, a 2-year-old, was removed from the family's home by Riverside County Children's Services, unharmed, we've learned, but as a precaution as that investigation continued. And prior to the parents being arrested, authorities said they conducted extensive searches in Yucaipa and Cabazon with those latest search efforts off of the 60 freeway in Moreno Valley. So again, Josh, here in Riverside County, both parents, Rebecca and Jake Haro, are expected to appear in court as early as this afternoon, and the Riverside District Attorney's Office expected to file those charges here in the next few hours. For now, that's the latest here on Mario Ramirez. Josh, we'll send it back to you.
And Mario, I did want to ask you, what happens next here in the legal process? As you mentioned, the parents could appear in court as early as later on today, but what's next as we see this all play out?
Well, right now, Jake and Rebecca Haro are being held without bail behind bars as we speak. And according to Riverside County jail records, the pending charge is felony murder with malice. So the next step is that official arraignment. Well, they'll appear in court and make pleas, but legal experts say it could be weeks, even months, possibly years before this eventually gets to a trial, considering the complexity of the case and the fact that that 7-month-old's baby, the baby's body has yet to be found as the search continues this morning, Josh.
All right, Mario Ramirez there at Fox 11 LA. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. A sad story, and we'll be in touch here.
Yep, so we are all still waiting on more information. I'm going to check to see if anybody has said something on another platform. Let's see. What they talking about right here?
They're checking through the fire.
Oh, that's when it burned up.
There's a few
Hold
of
on.
them looking. They're scouting the area. Through the inside. So they got 3 people search to burn up stuff, just make sure there's nothing in it. So they're not leaving any stone unturned in the search for this baby.
Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for something. And I guess that's just when they had that big fire.
Oh. Who they are? Yeah. Yeah. Because a lot of.
Oh, that went off. Okay, let me put something up just so we can have some plan as I look for other things. Can't be sitting in here silence. But y'all, please talk amongst each other. Get familiar with everybody in the chat. That would be great. Everybody is pretty cool over here. Pretty chill.
In the search for Emmanuel Haro. This is a picture per KABC TV of the missing 7-month-old's dad in an orange jumpsuit with detectives searching for his son. Jake Haro and the boy's mom, Rebecca, were arrested on Friday. Both are now accused of murder in the death of their son, Emmanuel Haro, but his body has still not been found. And another twist that we're following, even though we saw Jake Haro, the dad, out with detectives, his wife, the boy's mom, is still reportedly sticking to her story that the child was kidnapped in an interview she just did from jail. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. All right, we have a lot to get to in the search for Emmanuel Haro. At the time of this recording, Emmanuel
video
is
and audio
still
content
missing. His
under the
body
guidelines
has
of
not
fair
been
use
found.
permitted by copyright statute for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. All content and credit go to the original creators. No copyright infringement is intended. This channel may feature
was murdered. Now, there was hope overnight that Emmanuel's body would be found. Here is an image from KABC TV of Jake Haro standing with detectives in an area off a highway about 22 miles from his house. This happened last night. Now, deputies said as Jake was there, they searched the area with cadaver dogs, but they did not find Emmanuel's remains. Now, as for Jake's wife, Rebecca, you probably saw her initial interview on KABC, her alleged cry for help, saying that her son had been abducted and she was attacked. Here's her story.
Got him out of the car seat and I laid him down and so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hola," and that's all I remember.
Now that is an alleged lie, according to deputies in Southern California. Rebecca is also, though, now talking from jail. She just gave an interview. It was posted actually around the same time that Jake was out with detectives. And before I get into what she is now saying, let me remind you how she and her husband went public with their alleged crocodile tears more than a week ago. Let's play that soundbite by Rebecca again.
Got him out of the car seat and I laid him down and so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hola," and that's all I remember.
So there's Rebecca, like hyperventilating on KABC. That was on August 14th. I will note, the television station says they didn't see any tears in her eyes as she gave that emotional soundbite. She claims that she and Emmanuel went to a sporting goods store in Yucaipa, California Thursday night after they were at a football game for the Haro's other son. Before going into the store, Rebecca claimed that Emmanuel needed a diaper change, so she went to change him, and that's when she heard someone say, "Hola." The next thing she knows, she says she was on the ground and Emmanuel was gone. Now, she had the black eye to prove it, right? That she was attacked. Well, that story seems to really be falling apart. We've been told that that bruise looks like it had been healing for a good amount of time. And it's come to light that she actually reportedly had that black eye nearly 2 weeks before her call to law enforcement and her story of this alleged abduction. Here's what Jake Haro said to cameras from KABC as well.
Whoever took our son, please give him back.
He is as fake as they come. You hear me? He had tried to muster up some tears with that. Get out of here. And so here is some, this is an article from Los Angeles 4, and I'm going to read this. It says, the parents of Emmanuel Haro charged with murder and false reporting to the authorities. And we just read the report here, but I'm going to see what they are saying. And also let me pull up the report so y'all can see it, or the people that may not have seen it. Shout out to JoJo. Welcome in, fam. And shout out to everybody that is entered the building. Y'all, please smack the thumbs up for me. Support the content and the host, please. It says the parents of 7-month-old baby whose mother told authorities was kidnapped. Okay, the charges of making false reports of to a law enforcement officer also were filed on today against Jake and Rebecca. In Riverside County Superior Court 4 days after the Cabazon couple was arrested in the disappearance of Emmanuel. So the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department said Friday that investigators believe Emmanuel was unalived and an attack and kidnapping reports on April 14th by the mother outside the shopping center did not happen. Don't nobody believe the story. I'm just going through this to see if they gonna say anything that we don't know. So during the investigation thus far, numerous interviews have been conducted. I wonder who all have they interviewed. I'm sure the closest people to them, you know, people that's been around. I'm sure the grandmother and probably the stepdad and those people have been interviewed. We know these clowns have for sure. And let me throw her back up since this the newest pictures I got circulating how she used to look. So during the interview, wait, hold on. Yeah, during the investigation thus far, numerous interviews have been conducted. Search warrants have been served. Digital and electronic evidence has been collected. And closely analyzed. Based on the evidence, investigators determined a kidnapping in Yucaipa did not occur, the agency said in a statement. It is believed Emmanuel is deceased and the search to recover his remains is ongoing. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department said last week it was aware of reported sightings of Emmanuel, including in Kern County, but details about the report and locations were not immediately available. And I just wonder who called in those false reports. Did they have anything to do with that? These people is full of fraud from what I'm also hearing, y'all. Justice for Emmanuel. Autocorrect doesn't fix my S. I can't stand autocorrect, man. You gotta correct autocorrect when they misspell stuff. Welcome in, Monkey Wrench Moment. Yeah, they definitely throwing some monkey wrenches in this investigation, ain't they? Like, what the heck is really going on? And so details about the report and location were not immediately available. Last week, a car belonging to the baby's father was seized by authorities over the weekend, and the father was seen during a search with authorities off of Highway 60, telling. But the search continues for the baby, allegedly telling. So it is hugely important to actually find the body, but it's not essential, said NBC Legal Analysis. So if you have a strong enough circumstantial evidence, physical evidence, DNA to indicate that there was a unaliving, you may prosecute people even if the body is not found. And so, yeah, this baby, the fact that this baby has been missing for the amount of days since the 14th, he cannot take care of himself. Nobody close to him have seen him. Not the grandmother, the grandfather, who all the people that would babysit the baby ain't seen the baby. And then you got the parents saying, I mean, Jake was out there on the highway, so evidently he's telling something, even if it was just saying that she told me this is where she put him at. The baby is not alive, and so we definitely know that he is not okay, and they gonna get charged for it regardless. I would love to know whose blood they found in there. I'm assuming it was the baby's, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure because yeah, I'm not sure at all. It could be the brothers from 2021 for all I know. And hold on. If you have strong enough evidence, circumstantial evidence, physical evidence, DNA to indicate that there was a murder, you may prosecute. Okay, and then NBC Los Angeles attempted to contact a family member last week at the family home and did not receive a response. So I wonder who that was. Family attorney was at the property, and we seen that 90 miles east of Los Angeles that Friday morning. Innocent until proven guilty, and that is definitely how we report. We well, it ain't circulating now, but we usually have it circulating. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. That is true. Everything is alleged, but yeah, they guilty of sin. That stupid story they told, and then to find out it's a show that comes on Netflix. Yeah, very interesting. Do the same thing. That is crazy. They not creative at all. Okay, and so the investigators has unfolded over the past 2 weeks, beginning with the reports of kidnapping in a park, along with the Big Five sporting goods in San Bernardino County. Let me check something else, because while I'm doing this, it could be on. Let me make sure my other phone is looking. Yeah, they still ain't got nothing up. Okay. So I took him out of my car seat. Now this let's read what she said. All right, this will be my first time reading what she said. I took him out of the car seat and laid him on the chair. First of all, what chair? Okay, because look, remember she said she fell on the floor. We believe she did fall on the floor at home when he put whatever he did with her face. Okay, Jake did that. So now we got her talking about she fell on the floor, and now we have her talking about she laid the baby on the chair. What chair? It's the seat of the car. You don't usually identify a car seat as a chair. You really don't. So it sounded like she was at home when this happened. Okay. She said I took him out the car seat and laid him on the chair. I had his diapers here. Of course you did. You got a diaper bag, right? But yeah, at home. And someone says, "Hola, I couldn't turn." If you couldn't turn, how did you get your eye dotted? And how but anyway, that whole black eye thing, that is too old for that to have happened. But she truly is telling the real story here, talking about the chair, okay, the floor. I couldn't turn, so she couldn't turn. So yeah, how did he hit the eye? And I don't remember nothing. Okay, you don't remember nothing, yet she told us something. I got up from the floor and I didn't see my child. Someone took him from me, Rebecca Haro said. Now, that is the dumbest story, and that is all that they said, and that's pretty much all that we've been looking at, okay? She was at home, y'all, when this happened. That's what it's looking like. Jake took the baby from her. Maybe they was into it. She was holding the baby. He jumped on her, or maybe he just slapped her, grabbed the baby, and just took it out on the child. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he did that. Being that she only got this mosquito bite of a black eye, clearly he didn't take it all out on her, did he? These people are a piece of work. You hear me? So, according to the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, Rebecca Haro was confronted by inconsistencies in her initial statement and declined to continue with the interview. And I never did see that. Deputies returned to the family's home last week and appeared to visit neighboring properties. They were seen speaking with the infant's father, Jake, outside of the home. He is no father. And he never should have been out to be able to have any more kids, period. According to law enforcement, Jake Haro was convicted in 2021 for child cruelty. We went through all that in the last video, for being a felon, also for possessing a handgun. And he had to go to court for that in September, but he's already here with a bigger crime. So scratch that or add that. I don't know. So arrest warrant was filed for Jake Haro in the child cruelty case in 2018 involving a baby girl, which we have her right here, along with the other pictures of baby Emmanuel. All of them look different. Every last one of them. The one with the arrow is baby girl Promise Faith, who did not deserve this at all. It's crazy and it's sick. So authorities responded to his home after the girl was admitted to the hospital with multiple bone fractures, broken bones. According to the court documents, Jake Haro told investigators that he accidentally dropped the girl on a sink as he bathed her. He claimed he dropped her on the middle part of the sink, the dual sink. Yeah, right. Jake told investigators that he accidentally dropped the girl in the sink as he was bathing her. Doctors reported rib and skull fractures and a brain hemorrhage, according to the court documents. Jake Haro pleaded guilty to felony child endangerment, which it should have been attempted damn murder, because that's what it was. She has no value, no quality of life with 3% brain activity right now. And he got felony child endangerment and was sentenced to felony probation for 4 years and ordered to serve 180 damn days in jail on a work release program. The Riverside County District Attorney said. In addition, they served 1 day. 1 day. I'm not reading that, but I heard that. So the couple also has a 2-year-old child who has since been taken into custody by the Riverside County Child Protective Services. I heard that she was with the cousin that's not Rebecca's cousin. It's not Jake's cousin, but it's his ex-wife's cousin that's taking in all of these children. That's an amazing person with a good heart to do that. And I'm wondering, is it going to be televised at all, y'all? What y'all think? Because it is... Wait a minute. Yeah, it's 1:31 daytime, so we should be rolling by now. Let me see what y'all saying. The system failed these children. Absolutely, because absolutely disgusting. She is a vegetable. Yes, she is, Talanda. Shout out to my member in the building. And you mean to tell me they didn't even... This is attempted murder, man. How do you do this to a baby and just get that? It's unjust, it's unfair, and whoever tried this case, they need to be tried. Looks like she messed all them babies up from ABU. Exactly. And a part of me was wondering, like, are they doing this on purpose for a check? But then I'm thinking, no, because it sounds like this last baby nobody even knew about. I don't know if that's rumor or not, but People are saying no pregnancy photos. Her mother didn't know and ain't never seen the baby. The ex-husband said that he didn't know that she remarried and had another child. I don't know how true that stuff is. They unalive that baby. Exactly, Brew. I mean, literally 3% brain function, and she has 100% dependent on someone else. That's not life. I mean, technically it is, but she didn't deserve that. Have not located the baby. It breaks my heart when she said he smiled. Just saw this. Have they found the baby? Nope. Still have not found the baby. They are expected in court, and they still are not in court. So I'm wondering if it's going to be televised at all. Let me see if I can find something, and wait, did I take it down? Hold on, let me put this back up. We could at least listen to something. See if I can pull it up before I have to get out of here. Give me a second, y'all.
Hey, before we get back to this episode of On the Case, one of the most watched shows on all of YouTube, I need to take a moment to talk about our partner and sponsor, Morgan & Morgan. This is America's largest ones, of course. Where's Emmanuel? What happened to Emmanuel? But it's also unclear.
Have Rebecca and Jake stopped cooperating with the police if they're desperate to find the
law enforcement to search for a boy that his clients assault. Now, it's unclear if Rebecca has had any communication with her husband since her arrest. It's also unclear if she has a lawyer or any sort of representation. She is due in court tomorrow, as well as Jake. We do know that Jake has an attorney. His lawyer's name is Vincent Hughes. He went on News Nation and said his client is innocent, asked why more wasn't being done by law enforcement to search for a boy that his client said was kidnapped and missing. He said his client was cooperating with law enforcement. Here's more of what he said.
Why have Rebecca and Jake stopped cooperating with the police if they're desperate to find the baby and the police are looking for the baby?
I don't know where the statement that they stopped cooperating came from, Ashley. I spoke to the detectives yesterday, offered for Jake to continue to speak with them, have not been made aware of any requests today to speak with Jake. I don't represent Rebecca. That needs to be very clear, but I have not been asked to produce Jake. I offered to produce Jake. They voluntarily turned over all of their electronic devices, including the passwords. I think that's something that's huge that nobody has been made aware of.
Now, that interview was prior to Jake's arrest. When his client was arrested, we reached out to Hughes' office. We spoke to an assistant who said that he would get back to us, and we have not heard back at the time of this recording. There are several major questions that remain unanswered right now in this story. The biggest ones, of course, where's Emmanuel? What happened to Emmanuel? But it's also unclear the last time anyone saw this boy. True crime blogger Annie Elise told News Nation that it's been at least a month, according to people who she has spoken with. It's also been reported that people didn't see Emmanuel at that football game that his mom claims they were at before.
So On the Tier just posted that he's not live or anything, but he posted the attorney filed a motion for Jake and Rebecca Haro requests bail and permission to live together. So they ain't televising this stuff, man. Somebody said, hopefully no bail. Somebody else said, effing hilarious. They haven't even found the baby yet. Ain't no way you getting bail. Like, get out of here. Like, what the heck is really going on? So they not going to let us see this. That really sucks. Is what it's sounding like. So, the attorney files a motion. So who's representing her? I wonder. So, man, get out of here. Get out of here. Y'all, please smack the thumbs up as you come into the building. We greatly appreciate that. Okay, so that's the latest. Let's see what else I can find.
She says she was assaulted. It's also been reported that the Haros were in the parking lot of that sporting goods store in Yucaipa weeks ahead of the night that Rebecca says she was attacked, and the couple allegedly asked employees of that sporting goods store where their security cameras were because at the time they were claiming their car had been broken into. Then you just have to wonder what Jake told detectives yesterday to bring him to that field. Was he just toying with them? Or does he truly know where Emmanuel's body is? And is he completely splitting from his wife's story that she was attacked? Now, while we're here talking about Jake, it's also important.
Okay, so I have some paperwork here that says 8/26/20 at 8:30. It says the hearing reassigned. So 8/26/25 at 8:30, the hearing reassigned, and it says to Gail O'Rain. Then it says ex parte hearing. Ex parte hearing restatus, and it says George Hernandez, and then it says 8/26. Oh, so these is all different things they had going on today. 8/26 at 1:30 p.m. trial readiness conference under Gary Polk, and then we have 9/2 is going to be a settlement conference at 8:30. Let me see what they saying with this. It looks like Jake Haro will be facing his charges from last year today at his arraignment pertaining to the unaliving of his son. Both he and Rebecca's arraignments are expected to begin in less than 30 minutes. And that was posted 3 minutes ago. Somebody posted Jake and Rebecca charged 1 count each of unaliving and charged with making a false police report, Riverside County, and asking if they be held. And are asking they be held lien of $1 million bail. Somebody said, "Am I correct in assuming they have been charged but not been arraigned yet?" Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm sure it's all over the news in the day room of the motel. I hope they're shitting their pants right now. Somebody said a lot of psych mediums are making videos about Emmanuel. I can't and won't. Yes, I have my own feelings, but it just seems wrong because he's an innocent little soul. You all don't have to post all these videos right after he was declared unalived. Well, let me put this document in here that I was just reading. Let me see what y'all saying. Tracy, yep, they keep me busy. Never a dull moment. Wouldn't change it for anything. Let's please get the lights up, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Let's go, Riverside County. Oh, I see Froggy. It's hard sometime with no kids, no time. Hard sometime with kids, no time. Oh, restraining order equals ex parte. Okay. I sure didn't know. Tracy, I try to catch as many lives as I can. I'm usually stuck watching the replays, but I have more time now that school's back. Well, if you're talking about watching the replays over here, I definitely appreciate you tuning in when you can. And I'm going to let this play while I put this document in here. And we still waiting for them to come on, but it ain't happened yet.
To talk about his history. In 2018, he was arrested for willful child cruelty. He was convicted of that in 2023, and he's currently on probation. And that has raised a lot of questions for prosecutors and how he was able to get that deal. The Daily Breeze media outlet has an affidavit from that case. It says that Haro's 10-week-old daughter was sent to the hospital with fractured ribs, just 10 weeks old. True crime blogger Abby Blabby spoke to the adoptive mom of that little girl who's now 7 years old. And the woman says the girl's blind, she can't speak, all because of what Jake Haro allegedly did. Haro also was expected in court next month for allegedly violating his probation on that case for having a firearm. Now, He is charged with murder, just like his wife, and both are due in court tomorrow on those charges in Riverside County, California, as the search for little Emmanuel continues. Joining us now once again is missing persons private investigator Steve Fisher, who has been following this case on the ground in Southern California. And Steve, right now you are.
So this is the guy that actually did that video that of the overhead. Let me play it right quick, but I'm sure. I think they're gonna play some of it, but he's the one that was flying the drones around the house and stuff and doing all this. He also had to do a video or type that he had made a mistake in saying that he was found.
Are where we see these images of Jake Haro yesterday with law enforcement. They weren't able to find Emmanuel here. What are you seeing out there right now?
Well, I haven't seen any search parties out here today. If they are, they're not in the immediate area. Right behind me is the area just over that ridge. I've been taking a look by drone. There's not anything going on in the area. It's really kind of bizarre
audio
circumstance yesterday, with what happened.
What's happening?
What do you think? I mean, we can only know, only detectives at this point know what Jake Haro told them in custody that got him the opportunity to go out to this area. And there was this hope that this was, in a very sad case, the potential that we could find Emmanuel's remains, and it didn't happen. I guess, what do you make of that? Because, I mean, at this point, Jake Haro is accused of being, he looked right into the camera as if that there was a kidnapping, so he's not someone to trust. But what do you make of the fact that nothing seems to have come of that whatsoever?
It's it's not a regular thing for an inmate to be taken out of custody like that and be taken to a crime scene location. It's rare circumstances in cases where body's hard to find. I don't think they would bring him out here and really felt confident in the information, whatever information he was giving them, and that it's bizarre. And they didn't seem to spend a whole lot of time here either. They wrapped up fairly quick. You would think that if he was like, I know it was this general area, they would have left search and rescue out longer, they would have left the canines out longer. We saw detectives searching out in the field for a while. I don't know, maybe they weren't looking for some other type of evidence. Maybe it had been moved. Maybe there's a cell phone. Maybe there's something else, although they did have, canines out there. So it's really, it's strange. It seems like they gave up fairly quickly.
Let me know if y'all think that this is Jake and his brother. But look how old the cars is back there, but it do look like Jake, right? And his brother. But one of them, both of their hair is dark, but I guess it changed over time. Let me know if y'all think that is these two on the picture, because I'm trying to figure out if this man got 8 kids, why would he put himself on there and not his kids or anything? I'm just trying to figure that part out. I wonder what Hector knew exactly. Why ain't Hector here no more? Did he, is this something shady with his unaliving? Okay, but what I was also showing y'all is what I was just reading. The dang, did it not go in there? It sure didn't. Hold on. Or did it? Oh yeah, it did. That's what I was just reading. And let me see. Do y'all think that is Hector? And I wonder what Hector knew. Nobody said nothing after that. Let's see. Is that Hector and Jake? And had y'all heard anything about who may have passed at this funeral that they just attended on Tuesday that the baby wasn't at also?
or faith in his statements fairly quickly?
Steve, the next question is a pretty morbid question, but that's the direction that this story's taken now that it's a murder investigation. It's unclear when the last time anyone saw Emmanuel Haro. It's been speculated at least a month. I mean, long before this alleged story of a kidnapping that his mom said outside the sporting goods store. I mean, realistically speaking, and this is the morbid part of the question, I mean, what exactly could law enforcement find? How much could law enforcement find when it comes to actually locating the remains of Emmanuel Haro?
Well, it's going to depend if he's above or below ground. So let's say he's above ground, which is what it looked like how they were looking yesterday. This is, we've been in a heat wave here, and this is already a hot part of Southern California. So 100-degree weather, if it's been a month, a small child, a decomp process will happen pretty quick. And then also this type of area, there's predators out here. There's coyotes, mountain lion, there's all types of stuff out here. So, and that we see in search and rescue all the time, predators will spread remains and whatnot. However, cadaver canines can still pick up that scent. And, so they would be able to find something, and from there kind of piece it together.
That was going to be my next question, just because I think for us on the outside, we probably take for granted how effective a dog can be in a search. I know the dogs were at the Haro's home when they were looking for evidence there. I mean, how long ago could a body have been put somewhere and for a cadaver dog still to pick up on a scent?
Oh, cadaver dogs can pick up 100-year-olds, and they train them on Civil War graves stuff. It's amazing what they can do. But, the canine is just doing a task. It's playing a game, it's really the handler has to be just as well trained as well, because if they're not picking up the detections from the canine, it's a little different with cadaver dogs or HRD dogs. If they don't just trail right to a location of a body. I mean, I've been on searches before where a person's been missing a long, long time, and that those cells, that scent that the canines are trained to pick up on, has actually gotten into the soil and grown up into tree roots. And so they'll hit on a tree. You have to backtrack, so it really depends on the situation. But now something like this, where we're talking about something that's been out here a month, it's going to be a lot easier. But I have also been on searches where, canine handlers clearly have missed, the signals. I think that happened in the Chris Watts case. I didn't really follow that case too closely, but I heard that was, something that happened there.
We were talking before we started recording just a little bit about the jurisdictional aspects of how this is going to play out, because tomorrow is when both of them are listed, according to online court records, to be in Riverside County, California, in court, but their court people could not confirm or deny whether or not that's actually going to happen. San Bernardino County is the agency that arrested the couple. They have been working the case since Rebecca Haro claimed that she had been assaulted in the parking lot in Yucaipa. How could that come into play? Just with how the area and the jurisdictions and the lines and everything that's kind of playing out with this.
So this is something I've been wondering about, because the way counties run, the I-10, which runs east-west, basically is the border of Riverside and San Bernardino County. So at the Big Five store in Yucaipa, that is in San Bernardino County. However, their home in Cabazon is in Riverside County. Now, if they've determined that was a fake kidnapping and everything really happened at the home or in Riverside County, it would be their jurisdiction. However, the arresting agency was San Bernardino, but they're being held in Riverside. So I don't know, unless they're going to do this as a multi-jurisdictional or.
So what are y'all thinking about all of this? They definitely taking their time with it just don't look like they gonna televise it to me, but maybe they are. I mean, it sounds like things is moving along. Welcome in, James Money. How you doing, fam? Good to see you in here. Cross, yes, we haven't heard about the monsters yet. Well, they definitely had enough to move the case forward. Paperwork has been released. So I have this paperwork that I read through. Well, that's a look like some coming up court dates also. And then this is the different things that they have here that we went through. So they moved forward. They found something to charge them with. But of course, I knew that these people ain't going nowhere. Period. They already got away with it. I hope you enjoy.
They're still working out who exactly is going to prosecute this.
For as long
I'm
as
not
they
sure,
did.
but it seems that it's the charges that were filed. It seems were filed by the Riverside County DA's office, but with San Bernardino being the arresting agency, so I'm not 100% sure. It's confusing.
Right.
Somebody said that they have been formally charged with the unaliving and filing a false report in the unaliving of him, and so that is pretty much what that paperwork is saying. So they charged him, got $1 million bond, and all of that. Let me see what else these people are saying. So it says, according to the felony complaint filed today, prosecutors allege that the unaliving took place sometime between August 5th and August 14th. Let me cover this. And August 14th, the day Rebecca Haro falsely reported Emmanuel had been kidnapped. Officials believe August 5th may be the last confirmed day Emmanuel was seen alive. So the couple is expected to appear at Riverside County Superior Court this afternoon for arraignment, and the prosecutors are recommending a cash bond of $1 million for each defendant, and if granted, that would be the amount each must pay to be released from custody while awaiting trial. Both remain in custody at the time. Both are held without bail. But that is what they suggested, I guess. Somebody said it looks like Jake will be facing his charges from last year at the arraignment pertaining to the unaliving of Emmanuel. Both he and Rebecca arraigned and expected to be going live in 30 minutes. And we read that. Okay, Jake and Rebecca charge 1 count each. So everybody is just pretty much reporting the same thing because we don't know anything different. Nothing is still showing up, getting trial. Yeah. Okay, so let me see what y'all saying. Lord have mercy, help us find baby Emmanuel, please. Yes. Y'all, please smack the thumbs up and please connect to the channel. Set all notifications so you know every time I go live. And after this one in, it'll be another one that pop up if y'all could set notifications on that. But unfortunately, I gotta get out of here. It don't look like they doing. I don't see nothing yet. Let's see. Give me a few more minutes, but I'm looking at y'all comments. Cross, yes, they haven't heard about the monster yet. I might have read that because I'm going back up. Bless the heart of the adoptive mom. Lord bless. Yes, that woman and her husband is their angels. You know, just for a second, I was like, now, could this be some type of business they got going on here? You know what I'm saying? You break them and I fix them. Now, I'm not saying that it is. It crossed my mind. And because, I mean, it just crossed my mind. These people are scumbags and everything they do is for monetary gain on somebody else's loss. You know what I'm saying? And so it just makes me wonder because what's the purpose of doing that? It seemed like it's something that he know how to do it right to where he just leave them barely alive but not take their life. I mean, but I don't know, it just sounds crazy, y'all. I know it does. It sounds crazy coming out, but it just don't make no sense. Yes. Did the wife know about the first child? Yes, she did. She absolutely did. And it I think they mentioned it in her interview, because I remember them saying that she knew about his past, yet she said that he would never hurt a child. Shout out to Thrive and Glow with Joe. Welcome in, fam, for the second time today. So yeah, I think she was well aware of what was going on. That is what I'm hearing. Oh, let me check Facebook before I let me check one more thing before I get out of here. See if anybody said anything on the tier, said anything on the. It sounds like he's in there, because he's typing and not going live or anything. Oh, this is when he was on the scene. Somebody. Yeah. Wait, what's this one? He said law enforcement looking into the granny. Hold on. Oh, that's old. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Wow. What happened? What I miss? All those workers' comps claims too. He thinks he's found how yeah, exactly. As long as they ain't gotta work, they doing it. I mean, anything they can scheme and scam up on, that is what they doing. But we are at our time stamp, y'all. This is the second live that we did today. Check out my live stream from earlier. We were talking about Trump, the Chicago takeover, and all of that stuff. But most of all, check out the playlist of Emmanuel. We will be following this case to the end over here. So please make sure y'all connect to the channel and set all notifications and smack that thumbs up. And for the people that did not see, this is her. This is her. When she looked like something before she met this piece of crap. I don't know why she allowed this man to take her down like that, but she did.
You big dummy. You big.
And one thing for sure, they definitely got time.
Yeah, I got time, cuz. Yeah, I got.
And Bubba them awake.
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail. Lock his ass up.
And that dumb ass plan.
Nanny boo boo.
Try again. They don't know social media very well, do they? The true crime I cannot talk. The true crime sleuths over here on YouTube and TikTok, they relentless. I don't know what they was thinking.
What in the fuckity fuck kind of shit is this?
Wow. We feel insulted by this bull crap and using a Netflix series show to make her point. She looked like one of those women need a man around, can't be alone. She probably is one of those. And she'll take him. I mean, he's 9 years younger than her, so she felt like, she needed to do whatever. She's like the sugar mama of this relationship. 41 and 32, was it? But anyway, y'all, they don't have nothing. It's not televised. I don't see anybody playing it. But thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna get up out of here. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make this go viral. Ooh. Another Shannon Harris. Desperate broad. Peace out, Robin. Appreciate you. Definitely gonna watch that. Okay. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to my BSS. Thanks for moderating the chat as usual. Let's go. I got my membership so y'all can drop some good members emojis. Shout out to 755. She was in the chat for this great song. Her and Sandy Big Music. Let's go. And we going literally. Peace and love, y'all. We out.